Well, there's this guy. He has a dog. I was like, it's a puppy. She's like, oh, I'm like, don't get in touch with the puppy. We're taking John Wick and we're trying to make it into a strategy game.
Okay.
It's weird. The reason for doing that is it's all about how you think. It's all about how you work out how to get through a room. It's not just about flailing and reacting. It's actually about being as clever as John Wick in that space. In the same way as you see in the movies where he's figuring out how to move through the space.
Yeah.
How he's doing his thing. So visually, it's got this kind of comic book animated style to it. That's mainly because I didn't want to make something that was like a bad fan film. I didn't want to make something that was just kind of a surface level reading of the game. So you move around on a hex grid. You move from grid point to grid point. So you go right click and you can move around.
Okay.
In terms of how it differs from most strategy games, is normally you move around, your turn ends, it goes back to the other character, you bounce back and forth. Here, everything is simultaneous. So it's kind of like video editing. Up here you've got a timeline, and any action you do takes time.
Oh.
And any action they do takes time, fills up that bar.
Okay.
Everything happens simultaneously. So if a guy's shooting at you, you need to work out, okay, I've got this chunk of time before it hits. Do I duck behind this wall? Do I punch him? So it's all about working out how you can kind of work around the timings and fit around things.
Okay.
So let's move in. So right click to move. In terms of camera, it's WASD to pan, Q and E to rotate,
Okay.
and a bit of mouse scroll there
To zoom in and out.
That's right. You can see there's a hit probability there. So it's a 100% hit chance of all this stuff. This tooltip breaks down, you don't have to look at this every time, that would get quite dull, but it kind of breaks down how those things work. But it's a good way of me explaining some of these mechanics.
Sure.
So everyone has health.
Yeah.
You played a video game before, right?
I think so.
We can move on to health. Health works exactly as you think health works.
Okay.
You've got guns. Your gun is accurate in terms of how it works from a reload perspective. So if you've got half ammunition in there and you reload, pull out the magazine, put in another one, you're going to lose the bullets that you had in that first magazine. So you have to time your reloads, just like in the movies.
Right.
It works out, okay, now's the time to reload.
Yeah.
Also, there's the idea of stunning. So melee combat moves will actually stun an opponent. So you can do that thing like in the movie where there's two guys and you punch this guy, he's then kind of startled and stunned, so you can shoot that guy.
So you got time for the,
back. Yeah,
okay.
All of that stuff.
Okay.
This whole thing, the whole idea here is the movies are the let's play of the best character, of the best player of this game, right? So we're trying to make a game which you fight like John Wick. That's the whole thing. So with a takedown, most of our melee attacks are not. We have one melee attack which is punch someone. Yeah. But most of our melee attacks are about movement. So it's either pushing you back through the space, or it's taking you down, knocking you to the floor, and moving past you.
Okay.
So all of John Wick's melee actions are about movement. They're about flowing through the space.
Right.
And that gives you loads of tactical options where you can kind of, if you're at a corner, if this guy here is going to shoot me, and we're next to a wall here, I can do a melee attack on you that brings me behind the wall so he can't shoot me. So I can kind of adjust the play space based on what's going on. So let me take this guy down.
Okay.
Nice. Now that character's dead. With later enemies in the game, that's not going to be enough.
Okay.
They're going to be stunned, they're going to stagger, but you're going to have to like take them out before they get to you. But he's gone. We don't need to worry about him for now. So you can see that little hazard stripe?
So he's got 1.4 seconds for that. Okay.
1.4 seconds, he can't do anything to me. So I've got a little window. This character's shooting at me, but we're long range, it's probably fine. I'm going to crouch down. He did hit me. I'm going to shoot that character. This guy's getting ready to strike me. I'm going to try and roll out of that. There we go. And then turn around, shoot him.
That's awesome.
John Wick.
That's awesome. I get it now. I get it.
What we do is we string together a bunch of those for a whole video game. You've got yourself a John Wick video game, right?
Yeah.
We have enemies who last longer. We have different weapons that come up later. We do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Environments, great storyline. It's pretty cool. Do you want to play?
I do. See, I told you.
Okay.
This way?
I feel like even if we roll, he would miss because he shouldn't have, just roll. Yeah, roll back.
All the way to the end? Or halfway?
No, if you go all the way, you're going to get the benefit of rolling while they shoot. So I'd roll the whole way.
Roll the whole thing, yeah.
Good chance they'll miss.
amazing. Okay, so gun's empty though. I got one bullet left, Dorian.
Right, ready for it.
Do I risk the gun throw?
No.
Or do I get another gun?
No, we're gonna throw the gun.
Okay. I'll tell you what, if I had one of those things, best of E3, you guys would get it.
Thanks, man. You liked it?
That was awesome. Holy smokes. I told one of the other developers outside, when you hear like there's a John Wick game being made, you're like, oh, cool. And then you see this and it's like, But playing it, this is kind of how a John Wick game should be.
What's going on, Collider Games fans? I'm Caboose here with my boy Dorian, and well, we just got the chance to check out John Wick Hex. And now I'm just gonna kick it to you. What do you think about this game?
So I really enjoyed this. I was pleasantly surprised, like going in, because I got to do it first and then actually work with you and play with you.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool because I was getting the behind the scenes look at it. But I thoroughly enjoyed this. Like I was so impressed with it. It felt like you were actually John Wick. From what moves are you going to make? Like oh, there's somebody coming this way. There's somebody coming that way. How do I do? What decisions do I make? So it is so detailed, but yet so simplistic that you feel like you are actually John Wick.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Listen. When this game was announced, I even talked about it on the podcast. I was a little critical. I wasn't a big fan of the idea that this was the John Wick game that we were going to get.
Right.
Because when you think, like, hey, they're going to make a John Wick game, immediately in your head, like, oh, we can get something like a third-person action adventure or a shooter, something crazy like that. And instead, we got like a point-and-click game. And that sounds on surface level not so great.
Right.
But when you play it, you understand why this was the John Wick game that needed to be. The strategy involved, the way you have to think about every move that you make, and you have to be super strategic in that, made it so addicting. I didn't want to put down the controller. I didn't want to stop playing.
Like literally, they had to kick us out of there because we finished the boss level, but we were like, hey, can we play more? What's up? But they were like, nah, y'all gotta go home, fam. Like y'all been here for too long.
Man, it was so cool.
We would be there all day, and the cool thing about it is like I didn't even consider this as me and like how because Caboose was playing by himself, but I was like standing there like, here, do this and do that. I can easily see this like you and your buddies are doing something like you. This
right.
It
could be a good team building effort.
Exercise. Like, oh no, let's do this way. All right, like good trying to build communication skills. So this has a lot of value to it. I am so impressed with this. This is probably one of my favorite games I played thus far at E3. What about you?
There hasn't been too much that we were able to get our hands on with E3 this year, and I gotta say, out of all the things that we were able to, this is right up there as one of the best. I am so surprised with this game, so pleasantly surprised with this game, and 100% day one purchase from me. From before, I was like, I don't even think I'm really going to get this game. I don't think I'm going to care too much about this game. So when I got to try it, one of my most anticipated games. I cannot wait.
Hell yeah, same here. My boy John Wick, my boy Keanu Reeves is killing
it. They're crushing it on the film side of things, and they're crushing it now in the video game industry.
This is incredible, guys. So yeah, anything else you want to say about this before we wrap it up?
Listen, if you're one of those people like myself who was kind of judging the book by its cover here, give this game a chance. I guarantee you're going to be just as impressed as we are.
Hell yeah, guys. So make sure to follow us on Twitter. Where can they find you at it?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CabooseEK.
And you can find us on Collider Games, YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Make sure to like, subscribe. We'll have more content for you soon. More E3 coverage, a lot more stuff. But yeah, make sure to check out this game, bro. There's no official release date yet.
Not yet.
But when there is, we'll be right there to pre-order it day one and play a lot of coverage for you guys.
Absolutely.
Peace up, A-Town down. We'll see you soon.